Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I'm going to attempt to go through the manual of my new Tecsun S2200x. Now, one major correction of a mistake I made in the previous video is I think I said that the air band had been added to this radio. Actually, I looked up my purchase of my Grundig 750, which is where this series started, and it has the airband too. So that's not new. So I wanted to correct that. I purchased the Grundig back in 2013, and then subsequently, after I did some reviews, somebody sent me theirs. So I got two, which I haven't used in a long time. So I'm going to try to go to the manual and highlight some of the things about this radio. Now, one thing that I did discover in going through this manual is there's a lot of new functions that I don't quite understand. So we're going to have to learn how to do those. Also, if I make mistakes, please correct me in a comment. I love when people correct me so I don't give out bad information. What you're looking at is where I converted the PDF that Anna sent me to a Word file. And I was originally going through and marking it up. But I was highlighting so many things, I said, yeah, this is a waste of time. I'll just go ahead and go through it. So initially, I've highlighted some things. Then I stopped. About a third through the manual. The manual is a total of 40 pages, of which, like this page, is just the cover, and then there's a blank page, and then there's a memorandum page for you to write notes on your manual. So here we go. Bear with me. I may lose my voice. Now, when I did the conversion from the PDF to Word, it made some changes with the text. So you'll see some things that aren't in the original manual. Like right here, you see the word glance is bold. It's not that way in the manual. Just the conversion did that. I don't know why. And then here you see bold, and then it's not bold anymore. So you just have to keep that in mind. It did an excellent job, just a few little tweaks like that. Okay, we'll skip that part. Here is the diagram of all the controls and connections and everything. Very much like the Grundig 750 and the Eaton 750. We'll be going through a lot of these. Now here's where Word really messed up this picture. No big deal. Now I'm going to say it right now. Here is the external antenna connections, and I believe I mentioned it in my previous video. And here is a switch to switch from internal antennas to external antennas. Well, on my radio, maybe it's only my radio, when I connected an external antenna to the low impedance shortwave antenna socket, it didn't matter what the position of the switch was, internal external switch. It was still connected at all times. So the only way to disconnect it was actually to remove it. So that was, I don't know if that's normal or what. Oh, here's a little glitch here too. No big deal. This display is, I would say, identical to the 750. Didn't check it to see if it was, but it looks pretty much like the same. Might be different. Again, I think this is a case where they used parts from the 750 design. You use D batteries or 18650. Now, here's the difference, which I don't like. The 750 had a power adapter. I call it a wall wart. And you could run that radio on the wall wart, so you don't have to use up your batteries. This one, no. Matter of fact, when it comes down here, it says charging the 18650 batteries. Attention, when we use their chargers, note, in order to extend the battery life, we charge and so on by the batteries. And then, thought I saw, oh, here it is. Note, see, I highlighted too much. To avoid electrical noise interference, do not charge the battery and listen to the radio at the same time. So you can't run, or you shouldn't run the radio on the charger, unlike the 750, which had a wall wart adapter, and that's what I used exclusively. I didn't use batteries. Because a lot of times I turn on and I leave it on for 3 or 4 days. All right. No, I don't like that. And then here it tells you how to set the the FM frequency range, because it has all these ranges. I don't think 750 had these alternate ranges for European and stuff like that, US. You can set the tuning steps between 9 kilohertz and 10 kilohertz for the US, North America, South America. You can enable and disable long wave. I'm not sure why you would disable it. I'm not sure. I don't understand that, but I, just started reading this and just started playing with it. And then it tells you about when listening to long wave and medium wave, you can rotate the antenna on the top, right here on the top. That is a feature from the 750, and I loved it. Plus, it has an external connection for an external antenna. I mean, that was smart. The FM and airband shortwave antennas. Now, this is what I was talking about. When using the telescopic antenna, push the antenna switch to internal antenna, and it shows antenna INT on the display. If it switches to external, it shows it on external, which mine does. But when I have a external antenna connected, no matter what position I put the switch in, it's still connected. Maybe I'm missing something here. Okay, and there's other multiple types of antennas you connect. Another nice feature of this radio and its predecessor. Also, on the shortwave band, you can quickly go through the international broadcast bands by hitting SW plus or SW minus. In single sideband mode, do the same thing, and it will go through the amateur bands. And it shows you about tuning. There's another mess up, not in the original. Oh boy, talk about mess up. Don't highlight that. Don't want that highlighted. Oh well. Manual tuning, you can change from fast to slow and fine tuning. It has a fine tuning knob now. That, I believe, replaced the BFO on the 750. Again, if I make a mistake here, feel free to correct me. And here's the storing of frequencies in memory. Stores 9,150. I think the 750, they only stored 1,000 total. And here's how they're broken down. Also, this is one I don't understand. It sounds cool, but you can store frequencies in memory based on the time that you want to listen. I haven't played with that yet. Sounds cool. I have to figure it out. I'm hoping Dan Robinson or Jill's will watch my videos. Well, I don't think they will, but I'm hoping they will and do additional videos on the things I don't understand. That would be awesome. They've got some great videos out there. Check out their YouTube channels. They've had their radio for over a month. And this goes you through all these options under ATS, which, ooh, boy, at this point, I'm lost. Now, here's the thing that was interesting, which I thought my radio was broken. In the airband, it scans continuously for 30 cycles and then stops, where the other bands, it just does one pass. Then down here, it tells you how to optimize frequency storage results. Oh my gosh, I've got so many options. I don't have a clue how to do this or what it's for. Then you can set, now see, I've stopped highlighting at this point. You can set the signal capture sensitivity on ATS. What? That's cool. Now, maybe, see, the other thing is some of this stuff that's in this manual may work on the old radio. They just didn't explain it. This manual goes into a lot of detail. Auto sorting memory. Oh boy, that's another conversion mess up. Same here. So I'm halfway through the manual. Well, look at that screw up. That's again, that's not in the original manual. It's just got screwed up during the conversion to Word. And all these detailed steps of how you handle what's in memory. Then they have auto paging mode. What the heck is that? Don't know. It says you can use ATS in auto paging mode to automatically search and store frequencies in a specific time-specific memory pages. Whoa, this blows me away. I'll have to learn how to use that. That sounds cool. Optimizing ATS frequency storage results in auto paging mode. Whoa. I haven't read this. I'm like, what? What is it? Attenuation, RF gain control, squelch control, single sideband tuning, synchronous detection. Now, both Jill and Dan weren't impressed about the synchronous detection. They said it was improved, but it still was not very good. Sony, I believe, was the original company that came up with this concept, and it worked perfect. And that was, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. And since then, nobody has been able to duplicate it and have it work as good as the old Sony radio. And here's the bandwidths you can set. Quite a few number. FM de-emphasized time constant. Well, 50 YS's years? I don't know what that is. I might get through this without losing my voice. Setting the alarm. Setting a radio frequency for the alarm. What? This is insane. I don't know how to do that either. I have to learn how to do that. I got a lot of learning to do on this radio. I mean, this is a radio that you not only listen to the radio, you play with it. I mean, all these options. You like to tinker, lots of things to tinker away with. Now, backlight can be set to always on. I think, I'm not positive, I think you could do that with a 750, but I could be wrong. But this is the one thing that I like in a radio, to be able to set the backlight on all the time. Now, for the 750, it was not a problem because you could use AC power, so you weren't burning up your batteries. This might be a problem. I don't know how bad, but most manufacturers don't allow this because they're afraid you'll use up your battery and get upset because the batteries ran down. So we'll see. I'm going to do a test specifically on this. I'm going to set it to backlight display, start a timer, and see when the batteries go down below a level that the radio will stay on. That's going to be an interesting test. I got through it. There's troubleshooting, specifications. Here's the various bands you can choose under long wave, medium wave, and short wave. FM. FM's got 4 choices. Your band doesn't have a choice. It's got 1. Anything else? You can either use 4D. I think I said something else. I didn't say D in my original show. Or you can use 2 18650, which are supplied. Those are supplied. And you have the charging adapter and the cable to charge these lithium-ion batteries. That's it. I made it. Again, if you have questions, you have comments, please leave I should say corrections, please leave a comment. And just correct me on that one. I'm really looking forward to testing this radio. I am really impressed at all the options. I think I'm going to go back, set up I've got it set up here right at my desk, and I got one down in my radio room, and use this manual and try some of these features that may be in the 750 that they didn't mention. That'll be interesting. Maybe make a little checklist or something. I don't know. Got any suggestions? Let me know. My next video will be using the radio. I know that's what you're looking for. I'll be using the radio, trying some of these features. Again, I'm hoping Dan Robinson and Jill's, I don't think Tatterbot, whatever his name is, I don't think he has one of these radios. But if they could leave comments or they could see where I'm struggling and do videos, that would be excellent. They didn't really try many or any of these special features that I know of. Now, I know they made a lot of videos, but it was just kind of generic testing. So I'm hoping they'll do some more testing and using some of these many, many options. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.